Hey everyone, welcome back to Vinyl Review. Today we're going to go over Revolution Radio by Greenday. But first, I have a problem with my laptop. If you didn't know, I film every video on this laptop and I love it. But the only fault I have with this laptop is the CPU fans ramp up and you can really hear it in the video because, I mean, the CPU fans are there. Yeah, and then the camera's like, I mean, it's right there. So obviously it really makes a difference. And Windows Explorer, which is the task file manager in Windows, it ramps up and uses a lot of the CPU power for some reason, and that makes the fans go up. But anyway, if you do hear that, I apologise. But Revolution Radio, after the flop, I'm going to call it a flop, but it probably wasn't, of Uno Dos Tres, that I just didn't like those albums. I couldn't get into it. So I missed that era of Greenday. And then, to be honest, when this album came out, I listened to the singles from it, and I guess I just didn't get it. I just didn't like it. And I bought this album last year, and I listened to it properly. And I love it now, to be fair. Maybe I do, pardon me, maybe I do need to go back and listen to Uno Dos Tres, but that remains to be seen. But for this album, we'll move on before I die. Comes with this really weird art sheet, right? And they have masks on of themselves, but the eyes, the facial features are really built up, and it just looks creepy. If you didn't know, I don't like people in masks. It's a fear of mine. It's just creepy as fuck, especially on the lyrics side of his faces. I just, yeah. I mean, on the back cover, they're wearing them as well. And, nice burning label. Now, I do like the art on this album because it's textured. For you ASMR fans. But it's bumpy, and see, you can probably hear it. It just like ramps up, and I don't know why. That sort of, it's really nice. But sorry everyone, I had to cut because that CPU fan thing happened, and it gets really loud, and it's just really annoying. Somewhere Now, the album starts with. Now, a big problem I have with this album, a lot of the songs start quiet, and then they build, like they just suddenly become really loud. Somewhere Now and Bang Bang both do it, and I believe there are others that do it. And I don't understand why, why you would do that. I get that some songs start slow or start quiet and then they get louder gradually, which is great. These songs just go boom, and then you're like, well, hang on, wait. And sometimes it's so quiet you're struggling to understand what's going on. In the case of Bang Bang. But anyway, Somewhere Now is a good song, and I like the acoustic-led start to the song, and then it builds up into this sort of louder punk rock sound. And Bang Bang, I don't really like it, to be honest. It's not one of the best Green Day songs, as well as Revolution Radio. Revolution Radio. Although I can remember the chorus, it just doesn't stick out to me. And a lot of this album has very political lyrics. I mean, a lot of Green Day songs, especially from American Idiot, 21st Century Breakdown, and this, they do have these political lyrics, and a lot of it goes right over my head. And although I may agree or disagree with the politics, I'm not getting into politics. If you didn't know, this channel has a completely no politics rule. Ever, no politics on this channel. I'm worried now. Do not start playing that song. So, Say Goodbye. Say goodbye to the ones that you love is an alright song. But then Outlaws. Now I'm gonna say something controversial. Outlaws is the best song on this album. I love the hook. I love the chorus. We are outlaws. I love the way he sings it. And I just love it overall. The instrumentation, the guitars, the drums, and I know the lyrics can be perceived as a bit cheesy, and they are a tad bit cheesy, to be honest. But I still love it. I think it's great. And then bouncing off the wall, bouncing off the wall. It's a bit bland. It's just more Greenday. It's album filler, and I know more of Greenday might sound stupid to some, but it sounds the same as Bang Bang and Revolution Radio. You know, there's nothing too special about it. Still Breathing starts side 2. Now, Still Breathing is the second best song on the album, and it's one of the best Green Day songs. Still Breathing is just perfect. The lyrics are beautiful. I can't actually remember the lyrics off by heart because I'm an idiot. But the lyrics are beautiful. The guitars are stunning. The hooks, when he kicks into the chorus, the guitars and the drums sound so perfect together. It's beautiful. It's brilliant. But then we move on to Youngblood, which again, Youngblood has some really strange and corny lyrics in it. And although the guitars sound great, I'm not the biggest fan of that song. As well as Too Dumb to Die is I don't a lot of Green Day post 21st century Green Day lacks something. They've lost a style, or there's something missing. And it hurts me to say because I love Green Day. I grew up listening to Green Day, but there's something missing from their stuff. Now, Troubled Times. I love the hook to Troubled Times. I love how it builds up. We live in troubled times. That's a really good song. But Forever Now and Ordinary World. Ordinary World is your closing track to your album, your punk rock album. And it's the most basic and low-key song on the album. And I like the acoustic-led song, and I like the vocals. I meant instrumentation, but doesn't matter. Just overall, it's just again a bit bland. This album is a 50-50 album. And what I mean by that is some songs are great and some songs are terrible. And you know, it's just not. If you enjoy this album, great, good for you. You know, everyone's music taste is their own, and that's important. I'm not getting into that, but point being, this album is not my favorite. It's, to be honest, out of the Green Day albums I've heard and I own, this is probably the worst. I think their next album, Forever of All, was better than this one, but we'll get into that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Take care, everyone.